Hey, it's Rachel from Misty Day, and I've been getting heaps of questions about sleeplessness, probably because we're all just a little bit more stressed than normal, but about 30% of people do have problems with sleep on a regular basis, so it's a no-brainer really. So the product that I formulated for sleep is called Moon. This is it. And I'll give you a little bit of a rundown around it. So it's in the base of this product, a lot of our bases are cacao, but I used a carob mesquite blend for this one because cacao does have a little bit of caffeine in it, and so therefore for some people it can just be a little bit too stimulating towards the late end of the day. For me, I can have like a cup of coffee before bed and still sleep, but you know, I'm a lucky girl. So the blend is the base is non-stimulating, which is really important. So one of the key herbs in here is reishi. So reishi is a Shen tonic. It calms the spirit. There are studies out there that show that it has a sedative action, whereby it improves lots of parameters of sleep. So getting to sleep, staying asleep, and having a refreshing sleep as well. So that's really important if you're having problems in that department. It's also an adaptogen, so it helps to kind of balance your stress response, make sure that your cortisol levels aren't too high at the wrong time and all that kind of stuff. So definitely can help with sleep. It is also a liver tonic too, and there are, in Chinese medicine, they do believe that if you wake up between 1 and 3, which is a classic time for people to wake up, that is showing dysfunction in the liver. So, you know, may be helpful for helping people to stay asleep because of that action too. It's never going to hurt you to be using a liver tonic either, especially with the way that most people cane their livers. The second herb in here is ashwagandha. Anyone who knows me knows that this is one of my favorite herbs. It has a slight sedating action. It is an adaptogen. The botanical name of this herb is Withania somnifera, so it kind of gives you a hint as to how effective it is for insomnia, somnifera. It's great for the tired but wired people, those people that are tired during the day and then have that second wind in the evening and can't get to sleep or have problems staying asleep. That's when I recommend this one. It's also really good when anxiety is an issue. Maybe, you know, you get towards the end of the day and you start thinking, oh shit, am I not going to sleep tonight? Oh, I'm going to have a bad sleep tonight. And then it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, so it's good for that too. And then we've got ziziphus, which is a Chinese herb. Not as many people have heard about this herb, but it has a very strong, it's a sedative and a hypnotic action. So it definitely has, it can help you to get to sleep more readily. Also quiets the mind, so it's good for that worry associated with sleep as well. Shown to improve sleep quality, and the big reason why I put this in here is because a lot of women who are going through the perimenopausal transition might get hot night sweats, and ziziphus is shown to reduce, it's antihydrotic, which means it helps to reduce sweating, and that mixed with helping to sleep, it's kind of great for night sweats. So it's a good one for that. Then we've got vervain in there, and vervain is a real witchy herb. So it's a herb that's been around forever. It's holy to the Greeks, the Romans, the Druids. Native Americans used it as well, and it's got a really, really long history. It was used for purification rituals. It was used as a love potion, which is good if you're going to bed, I guess. But it is a great herb, not used very regularly anymore, which is a real shame, because I always think of vervain as a herb for treating any somatic symptom associated with stress. So, you know, say when you get stressed, you get IBS, it can be good for that. Or when you get stressed, you maybe get tension headaches, good for that. Or maybe when you're stressed, you have problems with sleep. So it does have a slight sedative action. So calming, sedating. And then we've got vanilla as a flavour in here, because vanilla does have a little bit of a sedative action as well. And of course it tastes delicious too. So this blend is probably best to be used about an hour before bed, and the best way to make it, I think, is to blend it with your hot milk, your plant milk of choice, blend it with hot milk, or you can just make it like you would an instant coffee. So, you know, put a teaspoon in, put a little bit of hot water, and then fill it up with some plant milk or something like that. And then I would add sweetener, just because we are not really used to tasting bitter tastes, and good quality reishi always has a slightly bitter undertone to it. So maybe try sweetening it at the start, and then you'll really get used to it very relatively quickly, and you won't need the sweetener as much. That's what I've been told. So yeah, moon potion. So worth a shot if sleep is not your friend. And yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback as well if you do try it.